Starting Wednesday, you'll be able to request free rapid antigen tests at Covid.tests.gov, 4 per household. New COVID cases are skyrocketing. They're also leveling out. It all depends on where you live, but hospitals nationwide are struggling. Omicron is hitting them with the 1-2 punch. More cases, fewer staff. Some are getting COVID-19, others are getting burnt out and leaving. Now to this, let's say you go to work, contract COVID from a sick coworker, you infect someone in your home and they die. Is your company at fault? Well, a judge in California let a wrongful death lawsuit proceed, and now businesses around the country are worried. Justice correspondent Candace Kelley joins us now with more insight on this. So Candace, explain how these take-home COVID lawsuits work exactly.
Well, as you said, these would be wrongful death lawsuits in the situation that you just described. Let's say that a husband and wife, and that was the situation here in this California appeals court. Husband and wife, they're married. In this case, the wife went to work, she came back, and her husband died. And so she filed a wrongful death lawsuit. Now, there have been almost a couple of dozen of these lawsuits across the country since COVID hit. But this is the first one that has made its way through a court of appeals to say, you know what? You have the merits enough for this case not to be dismissed, so we're going to allow you to move on. So this is going to be a case that's probably going to open the door for a lot more cases to come forward, especially if this particular wrongful death lawsuit, Shannon, makes its way all the way to the end and holds this particular company accountable.
And I'm sure a lot of other businesses are bracing themselves and getting a little worried at this point. Do you see that they could also be affected by this appellate court decision?
They could be affected by this decision. And what we're going to see is just a lot more companies getting in trouble. Already, we've got Amazon and Walmart that have been sued for something like this. In fact, McDonald's has already settled about half a dozen lawsuits, meaning that, to me, that perhaps they're scared that this lawsuit will go through and they won't be the victor on the other side. But they are definitely bracing themselves for this. And I think that this particular company, See's Candy, which during Valentine's Day, you'll see a lot of See's Candy. This is the company in this case that was sued. I think that they're also bracing themselves for potential loss. It's a hard case to prove, but it's one that you certainly don't want to go through with if you don't need to. And this is why McDonald's actually settled those half a dozen lawsuits, Shannon.
But what if companies are saying, well, we follow all of the CDC protocols, we wash our hands, we wear masks, we do whatever we can to keep people safe. Could they be liable as well, even though they're following these laws? Or is it just places that are just running rampant, like, oh, we don't care, you don't have to wear a mask?
Well, Shannon, that is really the question, because of the fact that you have 30 states that have already provided more protections for companies, forcing plaintiffs to actually prove that there was gross negligence as opposed to just basic negligence. So the description that you gave shows a company that is probably reckless or maybe perhaps intentionally did something COVID would be passed along. If you are in a state like California, where you have to prove the lower basic negligence, in other words, you have to prove that what the company did caused some type of a damage, well, then it's going to be an easier time to prove. On the other states that are protected by these 30 laws that protect businesses, you have to prove that there was some type of recklessness or intent, and that's the type of situation that you were describing, that companies knew about it and they just didn't care. Either one, Shannon, is very difficult to prove. We have seen it, though, in asbestos cases where people come home and they get sick, and this is the type of these are the types of cases that they're analogizing to these type of COVID cases. But negligence, whether it's gross or basic negligence, very, very difficult to prove overall in the system.
Well, let's take an example of Texas and Florida, for example. They have these mandates by the state where businesses are not allowed to say that you have to wear a mask, you have to do all these other protocols because of COVID. So can people then sue the state and the business, or can the business then go and sue the state because they're getting sued? I mean, it could get really tricky here on who's responsible, because I see a lot of people at that point just pointing fingers to the other person.
You're right. And that was a recent decision that came down from the Supreme Court. And as we know, that if you are a small business or a large business, you are not mandated to actually force someone to get a COVID testing or to have a COVID vaccination. in that case, you would sue the business and the state, but ultimately the state would be responsible. Because let's say that there was a business that did enforce this mandate and then they didn't feel like they had to anymore. Well, whose problem or whose decision was that? Ultimately, the state or the government in that case is the one that would be in trouble. And that's the one that you would have to sue for a wrongful death lawsuit, because that's where the finger is pointing to. Good question.
Well, just a disclaimer, I'm suing everybody. So you better watch out. Do what you can to protect yourself, your employees, and each other. Candace Kelley, thank you as always.